Have you ever looked at your life and thought, is this really it? On paper, everything seems fine. You may have a stable job, a relationship, a comfortable home, and enough money to pay the bills. Your parents are proud. Your friends think you're doing well. From the outside, your life looks like a success. But inside, it feels different. Inside, you feel like a stranger in your own life. There's a quiet emptiness in your chest. You wake up in the morning not with excitement, but with a deep, tired sigh. You feel disconnected, drifting, and unsure where you are going. You start asking yourself, why am I not happy? I did everything I was supposed to do. I followed the rules. So why do I feel lost? This is a very specific kind of pain. It is the pain of the modern void. And if you feel this way, it is important to know one thing. You are not ungrateful and you are not broken. What you are feeling is a clash between the life you were taught to want and the life your inner self actually needs. Today, we will explore why this feeling appears. We will look at it through the clarity of existentialism, the natural flow of Taoism, and the inner discipline of Stoicism. By understanding this, you can begin to see why you feel lost and how to find your way back to yourself. Let's begin with a key idea from existential philosophy. Thinkers like Soren Kierkegaard and Jean-Paul Sartre spoke about the difference between living authentically and living according to the crowd. From the moment we are born, we are given a script. Society tells us, go to school, get good grades, find a safe job, buy a car, get married, buy a house, retire, be happy. This script is what we can call the template. In our 20s and 30s, we often spend years checking these boxes. We believe happiness is waiting at the end of the list. We pour all our energy into climbing the ladder of success. But when we finally reach the top, look around, and pause, a hard truth appears. The ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. You feel lost because you spent years building a life that others admire, not a life that truly fulfills you. You became very good at meeting expectations, but distant from your own desires. Existentialism teaches that this feeling of being lost is not a failure. It is a signal. It means your inner self is waking up. It is your deeper voice saying, this is not who I am. When life looks good on the outside but feels empty inside, it means external success is no longer enough to silence your inner truth. The old script has ended. Now, it is time to write your own. So, if the social script is a problem, what is the solution? We can look to Taoism and the ancient Chinese idea of Pu, the uncarved block. Imagine a block of wood. In its natural state, it is simple, rough, and full potential. Then society begins to carve it. Your parents carve expectations into you. School carves fear of failure into you. Work carves stress and conformity into you. Over time, you become a highly polished statue. You look impressive, even valuable, but you are no longer natural. You feel stiff. You are trapped in a shape that was never truly yours. Taoism teaches that suffering comes from forcing things to live against their nature. Imagine a bird trying to live underwater. It might try very hard. It might even learn to hold its breath. It could become the best underwater bird in the world, but it would always feel anxious, exhausted, and out of place. So ask yourself, are you a bird trying to swim? Are you a creative soul trapped in rigid spreadsheets and routines? Are you a quiet, reflective person forcing yourself into a loud, fast-paced life? Feeling lost is often a sign of misalignment. It means you are living in conflict with your own nature, your Tao. To stop feeling lost, you don't need to add more to your life. You don't need a better car or a higher salary. You need to subtract. You need to uncarve the block. You need to return to the simple, natural version of yourself, the one that existed before the world told you who you should be. There is another reason we can feel empty, even when we seem to have everything. In Buddhism, this feeling is called dukkha. It is often translated as suffering, but a better word is unsatisfactoriness. It feels like a wheel that is slightly out of alignment. Bump, bump, bump. We are trained to believe in the arrival fallacy. We tell ourselves, once I get promotion, I'll be happy. Once I buy the house, I'll feel secure. But when we finally get those things, the happiness lasts only a short time. A week later, the hunger returns. The feeling of being lost comes back. Why? Because we are trying to fill a spiritual emptiness with material things. You cannot satisfy a hunger for meaning with a sandwich. You cannot satisfy a hunger for purpose with a paycheck. When life looks good on the outside but feels empty on the inside, it often means you are starving for depth. You have plenty of comfort, but no real challenge. Plenty of entertainment, but little true connection. Plenty of safety, but no sense of wonder. We are not machines made only to consume and survive. We are meant to grow, to create, and to connect. If your life is fine but stagnant, your soul will create a crisis, just to force you to move again. So, how do we find our way again? If you're lost in a forest, you don't start running faster. You stop. You check your compass. The Stoics teach us that we cannot rely on external signs to guide us. Popularity, money, and status are unreliable maps. The only map we can truly trust is our inner compass, our own ruling center. Here are 3 practical steps to help you find your direction again, drawing from these philosophies. Step 1. Embrace the void, stop running. When we feel lost, our first reaction is often panic. We scroll through social media, drink, work harder, or distract ourselves in any way we can. Stop. The Stoics would say, sit with the feeling. Don't run from the emptiness. Enter it. Spend time in silence. Take long walks without your phone. The answers you're looking for are quiet. You won't hear them over Netflix or TikTok. You need to be bored enough to hear your own heart speak. Step 2. Follow warmth, not shoulds. You may not know your life purpose yet, and that's okay. Instead of chasing a big, intimidating idea, look for warmth. What makes you forget to check your phone? What topics do you enjoy reading about without forcing yourself? Which people leave you feeling energized after a conversation? That is your Tao. That is your nature calling you. Ignore what you should do. Follow what feels warm. Follow curiosity. A small spark of curiosity is far more powerful than a huge fire of obligation. Step 3. Contribute to something. Adlerian psychology, which aligns closely with Stoicism, teaches that many of our problems are relational, and that happiness comes from contribution. If you feel lost, you may be too focused on yourself, my career, my happiness, my feelings. Shift your attention outward. Help someone. Volunteer. Create something useful for others. When you are contributing, you don't feel lost. You feel connected. Meaning is not found in what you get. It is found in what you give. I want to leave you with a different way of seeing your situation. Feeling lost is not a failure. It is a graduation. It means you have moved beyond the shallow level of life, where happiness is only about comfort and safety, and are ready for a deeper level, where happiness comes from meaning and truth. People who never feel lost are often the ones who are asleep. They follow the script without questioning it. But you are awake. The pain you feel is the pain of waking up. It takes courage to admit that you are lost. It takes courage to say, this perfect life doesn't fit me. And that courage is where everything begins. So don't be afraid of the fog. The fog is simply the space between who you were and who you are becoming. Keep walking. Follow your nature. Listen to the silence. You are not lost. You are exploring a new path that hasn't been paved yet. And that is exactly where you are meant to be. Thank you for spending this moment in reflection. If this video brought you clarity or peace, please like and subscribe to support the channel. May you find gentle ways to return to awareness and live with a calmer mind. Thank you for watching Daily Wisdom Light.